Hi. Late again, sorry. Today's been one of those days completely gone off track for us, but we're still here. It's all good. Working with my daughter with a few issues at the moment. So, kind of just threw my whole day off. Had some really good things today. I went out to the Riding for the Disabled complex today, and that was really interesting. That was great, and it's awesome to see that there are some really genuine good people out there that are just doing stuff for others. It was great. Now, last night I promised I would talk about Clary Calm. Okay, Clary Calm is the monthly blend for women. Now, it's fairly obvious it's for that time of the month. Okay, whether it's the ovulation time or the other one, it's for that time of the month. Now, this one, you can roll it directly around your stomach. I know Sarah uses it occasionally around the tummy. It tends to sort of stop the cramps or ease them a little bit. I also find that for me, especially around ovulation time, I rub it in my back. Low, like down near where the kidneys are, but I rub it in my back, and I find that helps me as well. Now, you can use it as a perfume, like as in, on the wrists and things like that. You can use it. Back of the neck's always a good one. Again, gets into the brain, helps with the whole hormone balance, that aspect of what's going on. My 12-year-old, back to my 12-year-old, she knows this one is like the Princess Bitch Face blend. It's well known in our house as being that one. And she knows that that's what it's for, and she has her own bottle. And so does the 10-year-old, which is interesting. So one blend works with a 10-year-old who's not quite there yet, with a 12-year-old who is getting used to it, to things being that way. And I use it, menopausal sort of stuff. So it is for women. All women. It is a brilliant blend. Now, this one is, again, like all the other bottles, CTPG, so therapeutic, CPTG, therapeutic grade essential oil, and it is just pure essential oil. So this one is quite strong. Again, could weaken it down if you wanted to, or just use it as it is. Hi Kylie, you've used this one as well. I know Kylie's used this one. Pretty much, chicks, all of us, we have used this one, and it is a brilliant oil. Now, I'm going to come back to that one in a minute, because even though it is the women's blend, I have another use for it, which I'll come back to, and you'll understand why in a minute. Now, with doTERRA, we often talk about getting a kit, having your own wholesale account, being a wellness advocate, whatever. You know what? It makes sense to me to do that, to get your products at wholesale instead of retail price. You save money doing it that way. If you buy a kit, they waiver the membership fee. There's a whole pile of reasons for doing it that way. But I also get that if you're kind of new to it and you just sort of want to suss out this oil thing that everyone's talking about, then there are some other options, and they're not quite as expensive and worth doing. I will talk one day soon. I'll see how we go today, whether I talk about why it is worth paying for, like the oils that you get, that a good oil you should be paying good money for, and I'll explain that one in a minute or another day. But I want to talk about this kit. This one is a really simple kit. It is the introduction kit. Comes in a little box. It has 3 bottles in it. Okay. There you go. You can see them with that. It has 3 bottles in it. So it's got lavender, lemon, and peppermint. Now, these are 3 really, really basic, easy, everyone can use these oils. The other one is most people that are given this, they've bought it at a class or whatever. So it's not unusual for you to be given. Sorry, let me just grab that one. Wasn't quite as prepared as I thought I was. To be given, and I always give one when I sell one of these. I always give a bottle of wild orange oil as well, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so first off, lavender. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant oil. Lavender works on as like antibacterial, antiviral, antiseptic. You can put it on cuts, burns, pimples. You can put it on the back of your neck to calm the central nervous system, and that's why it's such a beautiful oil for sleeping, and a lot of people use it for that. I always say to people, like if they say, oh, you know, I'm not sleeping, do you have lavender? It's like, well, why aren't you sleeping? Because it's not my central nervous system that needs calming. If you remember a couple of days ago, I talked about the in-tune and the past tense being the oils that I use during the day and of a night time to help me sleep. That's because I don't sleep because there's so much going on up in here. Lavender, for the kids, absolutely brilliant, because it's their bodies are so worked up, so it's when they calm down that they will sleep, and that's why lavender is beautiful for kids. And well, it's a great place to start on the journey to see if that does help you with your sleep. The other place you can use that is on the base of your big toe, so that's a really good spot. Reflexology wise, it's a really nice spot to help you sleep as well. Now these 4 oils are all pure essential oil in the bottles. There's no carrier oils, there's no anything else. They've all got the CTPG rating on them, and all the bottles, and I haven't mentioned this before, all the bottles actually have a batch number on the bottom. There's a independent program app or program on your computer called Source to You, and if you go into that program and type in this number, it'll tell you everything about where this oil came from, when it was harvested, all the information about the testing they did on it to prove that it is exactly what they say it is. So that's a really cool one. I'll remember to put the link in the comments of this one for the Source to You. But back to this. Okay, lavender, sorry, I was just thinking again. Lavender is a really good one to, you can use it direct on your skin, as in it doesn't have to be broken down. Even on the babies, you can put like a drop, put on your finger and put it on their feet, rub it into their feet. I babysit a gorgeous little bubba girl around the corner, and every now and then, if she's really worked up, she's been teething and she's sort of fights going to sleep. So every now and then I put a drop of lavender on my hands, and then I stroke her head and talk to her, and that tends to help her just calm down a little bit as well. So it's a really nice oil that way. Okay, lemon is a citrus oil, of course, so it's a top note. It's a very fresh smelling oil. It smells brilliant. I love it. It's very, very bright, and that's what it does. It's a bright oil. It's great in skincare because it helps get rid of that top layer, not peel your skin off, but get rid of dead skin cells, things like that. It is, I use it in my water bottle. Okay, lemon, it's much easier than having the lemons go off in the fridge. I just put a drop or two in my water, and I find that tastes great. But it also then helps the absorption of proteins in your body. So lemon in your water is beautiful. Now, lemon with peppermint is great, because remember I said lemon with lavender. Remember I said lavender will put you to sleep? Well, if you put a bit of lemon in with it, it sort of changes that a little bit, and it won't put you to sleep as quick. It will work slightly differently, but you've still got the lavender, so it is calming. So that's it's still a calming blend, but it's not going to put you to sleep. The other one I like to use with lavender that way, and especially like in your diffuser, so you could put like 3 drops of lavender and 3 drops of lemon, or 3 drops of lavender and 3 drops of your orange oil. It's another citrus oil. You can use this one in your water as well. Orange is bit of an antidepressant type oil. It's a nice uplifting oil as well. Put that in. It's a strange one. It's also a calming oil, but if you add it with your peppermint, instead of being a blend that puts you to sleep, it's a blend that just helps calm you down. So it's a nice blend in the early evening, like when the kids are due home from school in the afternoon, that sort of time, if these are the oils you've got, those two together are really great that way. Your lemon would be a great one in the morning, just in your diffuser by itself, or with the peppermint, which we're about to get to. So you sort of can experiment with them a little bit, use them. These 3 oils are the 3 oils that are in the Tri-Ease drop, so the seasonal blend. So they're the ones that if you put the 3 in the diffuser together will help kill airborne germs and breathe easier, the whole thing. They're the base. You will find that one of these is in the base of all the blends that doTERRA have. Okay, pretty much. Don't quote me on that one because I haven't actually checked it, but I'm pretty sure I know every time I pick one of them up, these are your basic oils and they're in most things. Now, peppermint. Peppermint is a wake-up oil completely. It is for waking up the brain, for waking up you. If you are studying now, this is the one I gave to Simon the other day. So Simon had a big assessment happening. He was stressing. He was tired. He was, panicking over it. He's in Year 12. So the peppermint is a really good oil for him. I explained to him to use it, to put a drop on his hand. Okay, so with that one, you can put a drop on your hand, rub it, breathe it in, and you can feel the brain wake up. Now, when you are studying or reading something that you need to absorb, peppermint is a really good one to use that way. Just the drop that on your hand or on a tissue, but breathe the peppermint in and do that one. Now, when you go into like the driving test or the exam or whatever it is that you've been studying for or reading about, and now it's time to actually put that knowledge into practice, the peppermint is a really good one again. So we put it on our hand, we breathe it in, and what happens is the olfactory system, which is up here behind that bone there, it's the part that goes into the limbic brain. There's a whole story around that one, but that's where it goes. But what it does, when we react to things, when we go into an exam, when we start doing talks like this and I get stuck, it's because the front part of my brain basically has gone into shock, and it's kind of like, oh my God, what are we doing? What are we doing? I know all the information is in there, but I need to get past the front part of the brain which has gone into shock. So using your peppermint oil when you are studying or preparing or getting ready for that exam or the test or the talk, then what happens is that the receptors in the brain, it bypasses that front part and goes to the back part where everything is stored, so that you've got all the information at your fingertips, as the saying goes. So peppermint is a really good oil for studying. When Adeline started high school this year, maths is her weaker subject. Last period, back of the classroom, not a good mix. So she has peppermint oil. She can either use it that way, or she's got the little beadlets that she can take. And by taking them, even though she's not getting that instant hit, by taking them, they are making a difference and helping her concentrate and take in things or be more awake, more alert, pretty much straight away. So the beadlets are great. But the intro kit, $35. The intro kit is 5 mils of lavender, lemon and peppermint. Okay, now I mentioned using like the orange and the lavender of an evening. You can imagine in the morning that peppermint and lemon would be brilliant. Okay, they would be great in your diffuser. You could put a drop of each on your washer in the shower and put it on the base of the shower, so that when the steam and the hot water hits the shower, you get that wake up smell of the lemon and the peppermint, and that kind of prepares you for the day and gets you ready. So 3 really, really cool oils with the orange thrown in, so 4 oils. That are a really good place to start. Then if you do like them down the track, then you can look at your not intro kit, that is the intro kit. You can look at like the wellness kits and things like that, and you'll find that those 4 oils are in all of them because they are the basics. They're the ones that everyone uses. All 4 of those oils can be used in your cooking. Okay, if you are making biscuits, you can add lemon to them. The Cafe Central in Campbelltown, I went in there and she went, "Oh, you're Tia, the oil lady." She said, "We love doTERRA." She said, "That slice there's got orange in it and that one's got peppermint and that one." I was stoked. I couldn't believe that she actually was like, she was telling me which ones she used the oils in, which was really cool. So they are completely safe to use in your cooking. Don't get carried away. Do a drop. See what you think, okay? You don't need to use a huge amount. They are pure essential oils, so they are very strong. Now, I said I was going to come back to this one, okay? Back to the Clary Calm. Hi, Kat. Hi, Roz. Thanks for joining us. I think now I've told you guys this tip already because this is my biggest tip. I love this combination. Now, Clary Sage, the oil, was just in... Oh, look, I've got it sitting here because I haven't put it away yet. Not that one. It's here anyway. The Clary Sage was one of the BOGOs last week. Which is great. That's a great way to get it because it's not one of the cheapest oils, okay? It's reasonable, but it's not lavender or lemon, okay? Clary Sage has lots of great uses along this line especially. Hi, Kim. So it is the Clary Sage itself is brilliant, but I find for what I'm about to tell you, whilst when I learnt it 20 years ago, and it's been my go-to ever since, I don't always have Clary Sage handy, but I've always got this. This is always handy, and that's why I'm going to give you this tip. Okay, now it's winter. I know I suffer from it quite a bit, especially because, you know, I tend to like to talk a bit, in case you hadn't noticed. What happens when we get sore throat? Laryngitis, pharyngitis, whatever it is, that's sore, dry, coffee, you know, we've lost our voice, that throat. It's not nice. So the blend that I was always told was Clary Sage, lemon, your coconut oil, mix it together, rub it into your throat. Okay, now if I'm out or busy doing stuff, that's a lot of things that I have to try and remember and have on hand. Okay, I'm not carrying my bottle of coconut oil, just looking to find the size of it. Oh, there you go. I'm not going to carry my... Oh, I forgot I had my pyjama pants on. You wasn't supposed to stand up. Okay, all good. Now, your bottle of coconut oil, and you can imagine your bottle of Clary Sage and your bottle of lemon, that's a lot to carry around with you, where you could just carry this and your lemon. Okay, now, with that, this already has... Oh, no, it doesn't have the coconut oil in it, does it? Doesn't matter, because you know what? You roll it on and there's plenty there. So this is what I do with it. I roll it on, okay, a little bit on my throat. Then I get my drop of lemon, put it on my hand, and then I just rub the whole lot into my throat. Okay, up and around. Now, when you're rubbing anything into your throat that way, don't forget up here behind your ears. Okay, Clary Sage and lemon, and that soothes the sore throat, and it's a great one. Now, you've got your lemon. You can always pop that into your hot water, into your tea. You can use it that way to work from the inside of the throat as well. But Clary Calm, beautiful oil. I love it. It's quite a, I don't know, it's like a herby sort of smell. It's a base note type one, so it holds well. It does its job. Your orange and your lemon are top note oils, so they will disappear very quickly unless they've got a bit of a base note to hold on to them. And Clary Sage or your Clary Calm is a great base note. So yeah, talked enough today. So that's the one. The Clary Sage, Clary Calm and your lemon will work with that one. If you're not quite ready to commit to a big kit, this kit is beautiful, okay? And anyone that I sell this to, I always give one of these. Give a 5ml orange as well. Okay, the 5ml orange, I had someone ask me the other day, what am I supposed to do with that? Use it. Just take the lid off, breathe it in. It smells awesome. It is a great pick-me-up. It's the biggest tip with any of the oils. Use them. Okay, so this kit is all 5ml bottles. It's enough. Like I said, it's not expensive, $35. Have a play with it, see what you think. And then if you do really like it, or you're starting to see some results and you're kind of like, okay, yeah, there's something in this. What else can I do, or what else can I try? This is a really good place to start, especially if you're sort of just not quite on the aromatherapy wagon yet. Righto. If I don't get any ideas from people, suggestions, tomorrow we might look at, tomorrow my girls have got netball. So netball but can often tend to end in soreness, sore legs, sore arms, a few things like that. So I'm going to talk about ice blue tomorrow. Righto, well, have a good night. Don't forget the lavender, a little bit here, or the past tense, whichever one works for you. Drop under the big toe and sleep well. See you tomorrow. Bye.